do you feel like people exclude you out of a lot of situations that you ought to be a part of? Maybe people make you feel left out. You're not allowed to come, you're not allowed to say anything, you're not allowed to do anything, right? People want to put you at a distance. I know exactly how that's like. And one of the things I feel like is the main reason why is because sometimes you're just too real for most people, right? You're too real for a lot of groups, and people just are not with that. You'd be surprised. It's crazy, but how many people are not with the real? They don't have time for that. They don't have time to deal with people like you, right? Because it takes them shedding everything that is worldly to even be humble enough to sit beside somebody like you and to have a conversation with somebody like you. In this world, it's just strife with a lot of clout. It's strife with a lot of people in competition. And if you're not with all that, and if you're real to the bone, it's like people are just not on board with that. They're not about to get on board with that and change their ways to, see life in a different way or to see concepts in a different way. And if you're the type of person who will bring forth different ideas, fresh viewpoints on different topics, concepts, it's just more of a headache for most people that they really want to deal with. They really don't want to have to take that stress on or deal with this type of person that you might be, right? So a lot of times if people know that you're like that, you're just going to be excluded. People are going to avoid inviting you around, avoid calling you, avoid wanting to hear about you, bringing your name up. Could even be a trigger for some people because they know that you're a real one. And it's sorry to say, but it's like, when people know that you're real and they don't move like that, once again, it makes them feel like there's too many things they'd have to change to be able to sit beside you. They don't want to get rid of, their ego. They don't want that stripped away. And maybe you're the type of person that would cause that to happen. Like you have deeper conversations or you have deeper concepts in your mind that when you share them, not everybody can relate, not everybody it could resonate with. And so you're going to have a lot of people like, keeping you out of things, not telling you things, or if they tell you things, they tell you last minute. So you don't have enough time to react. I know a lot of people do that last minute stuff with me too, like the last to know, the last to be informed, the last to be aware of something happening or something taking place, but everybody else knew like a month in advance, even a year in advance. There's situations like that. And then people dress it up like, oh, well, it wasn't us, it's like, and then people try to make it seem like it's not that bad or it's not that serious, but you could tell that you're being targeted in these ways and being left out specifically in these ways, so it's kind of funny though when the shoe's on the other foot, right? And you start moving in a way where it's like, well, if people are going to be like that, then you analyze your life and you be like, well, I don't have to tell them things. I don't have to inform them of what they feel like they need to be informed of as it relates to my life, right? And then people start acting funny like, oh, and they don't like it very much. So it's kind of interesting. But rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. And I really do feel like when I am left out of certain situations involving certain people, it was probably for the better. Like initially you might feel like, oh, that's not right. I should have went there. I should have been informed. I should have known this. But in all actuality, when you really think about it, especially in hindsight, you see that the reason why you were rejected was because something bad was going to happen, or these people are no good, or there was a plot, or there were ill intentions, or it was just going to be a nightmare of a situation. And you were protected through rejection, right? Like you were protected because you were no longer involved in this situation. You were not around to be harmed or affected by this situation. Whereas if you were not rejected in this situation, then you would have been affected, right? And, God does not want you to be affected by, things that do not serve you, people who do not serve you, right? So I had to understand that because it's oftentimes I would see it and let it be known if rejection really did protect you in a lot of situations. And let me know in the comments, like, what was the situation? What situation happened to you where you were left out or excluded, but in the end, it worked in your favor because you avoided some sort of problem or issue? Let it be known. I'd love to know. Okay, everybody. So thank you for your comments and sharing your stories. I always appreciate it. So rejection is protection. You're going to be left out. You're going to be excluded because you're too real. Like when you're real to the bone, people cannot penetrate that. They can't change your mind about that. And, and I realized too, the more you become realer, because you can become realer. Nobody's just real, like eventually you can be moving like reckless sometimes, you could be moving with no sense of direction. You could be moving and, moving around, not very clear as to what your path is. But eventually, when you get that awakening, when you get that epiphany, when you get that clue that you are a different type of person and you have to change your ways and you have to elevate and you have to heal and all that, you get realer and realer, like you get realer, and then everybody can see that in you, right? And it's undeniable. So you can get realer, you can get deeper, with studying, with learning more, with exploration, right? With cutting toxic ties. All these sort of things that are meant to elevate you, to bring you to a higher level, will make you realer, right? So you could tell that some people out here, right, though they might be getting more clout or more money or more women or more men or more bragging rights, right? They're not getting realer and realer, right? Their packets might be getting more filled, and, they look good, right? They have a lot more to their name, but they may not necessarily be getting realer and realer because they're not really learning about themselves. They're not working on themselves. They're working around other people, trying to compete with the next person. How are you getting realer and realer if that's your main focus? So some people are focused on the wrong things, lacking substance, especially when I'm trying to talk to certain people. I could tell they have no substance to their name, and it's very hard to talk to these people for too long, right? So you could tell like you're too real for some people. You're too deep for some people. They don't talk about what you talk about. They don't care about what you have to say because it's deeper. It's too real. And it's something that takes them out of their comfort zone. And you know how some people are. They do not want to be removed from their comfort zone, right? Of the worldly things, of the cloud, of the facades, right? Photo ops and all this and that. They don't want to break the image that they've been creating and molding and crafting, so that the public eye will be seeing them in a certain way, or their relatives, or you know how it goes, right? People go to church and pretend to be certain types of people, and they're not that, right? They're not these sort of people. They're not right, or it could be a teacher or anybody in society really who they seem like they have it all together, but they really don't, And it's a lot of things that they're neglecting. It's a lot of things that they're hiding, skeletons in the closet that they're not digging up. They're not getting rid of them. All these people are doing is covering it up with clout and money and worldly things and photo ops, especially with social media, always those photo ops, and nothing is what it seems, right? So when you are as real as it comes, and you don't need to move like this, these are the people who are going to critique you the hardest. They're going to reject you the longest, the hardest, the worst. They're going to do it to you, and all you're trying to do is show people what it is, what's going on, who you are as a person, what the world's looking like from your eyes. It's like people can't stand that you have a bird's eye view. And a lot of times, the chosen ones do see things from a wide perspective, an unimaginable perspective, where people are kind of like, what are you seeing? How are you seeing this? We don't see that. It's because they're from the bushes. You know what I mean? They're looking from a low place. They can't see everything that you can see, and it's because of their mindsets, the activities they partake in, the people they hang around, the healing they've yet to do, right? The toxicity that's taken over their lives a lot of times. It's hard to be real in these circumstances. It's hard to be real when you're not working on yourself. You're not real with yourself. You're not honest with yourself. How are you gonna be even honest with the world if you're not honest with yourself as well, right? So yes, you will be excluded because you're too real. You did the work, you did the healing, right? You help people, you love humanity. You have to have a certain level of love for humanity as well, because that's as real as it really comes. People see that beyond yourself, you do have a heart, right? You do care, you want to help. You're probably involved in some sort of work where, it's not just about you. You like to see people go up too in some type of way, right? That's real. A lot of people, it's a dog eat dog world. A lot of people are just for themselves. That's all they want to care about is just them, right? And, it's good to care about yourself. It's good to take care of yourself, but you got to think about humanity, because humanity as a whole, right, needs to be uplifted, and you'll see massive changes for the better, if these things happen, right? I know it seems far-fetched, but you know, you being you, you probably do the best that you can. You go and you spread your realness, you go and you spread your authenticity. And some people are just repulsed by this. You know, they don't like it. So what I want to say as I close off this video is never stop being real. You know, never stop. Don't ever feel the need, right, to chase clout or to chase people, or, you know, it's like chase opportunities, right, that fit your life. Chase your dreams. That's what you should chase. Reinvent yourself, you know, keep elevating yourself. Do the type of things that make you grow as a person. Invest in that, you know, and understand that in the pursuit of this, along the way, you're going to be rejected. You know, it's not all the time you're rejected because you're doing something wrong or you're a bad person, because that's what most people would associate with the situation. But no, you don't have to do anything wrong to be, you know, rejected by groups of people. You don't have to do anything wrong except for be yourself. You know, being yourself will get you pushed away, you know, but the right people will take you in under their wing and allow you to grow and prosper and be the person that they already see you blossoming to be. Don't change yourself for nobody, all right? Unless it's for you, you change for you. If it's a change that you feel like will enhance your life, you do that. You know, because sky's the limit. You can go high as much as you want to go. You can go anywhere you want to go. You're going to have doubters. You're going to have people rejecting you, saying you can't do that. Come, you know, get away from here. You know, who are you? Don't listen to the naysayers. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for stopping by on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all to my members. I love you guys so much. Thank you for taking that extra step and joining the membership. To all my new subscribers, welcome to the channel, everybody. I like to keep it real. I like to keep it straight to the point, and I like to keep it, you know, as humble as I can be. I appreciate you guys joining the channel, and I hope you guys are liking what you're seeing so far. To all my returning subscribers, thanks for rocking with me for the time that you guys have been. It's great, and I really appreciate it. And to all of my friends who stop in once in a while, you guys already know I see you, and I'm very appreciative of all of you, okay? So guys, keep going up, keep doing your thing. Don't stop grinding. Don't stop your elevation for anybody. All right, everybody, I'll see you guys soon, and take care. Bye.